What up, guys? It's your boy Nerdy Red 23. Sorry that it's going to be a little late because it's going to be midnight and 4 minutes, but hey, I'll still talk about it. Snoop Dogg released his second album, The Dogfather, of November 12th of 1996 through Death Row Records and Interscope Records. And after the success of his debut, which is Doggystyle in '93, he was arrested and charged, with murder. And the year of '95, spent time preparing for the case that went to trial. And February 20th of '96, he was cleared off of all the charges and began working on his second album, which I'm talking about, without Dr. Dre providing work as a record producer. And this was Snoop's final album on Death Row until the year of 2022, which was 3 years ago. 3 years ago, when he acquired the rights to the Death Row trademarks from MNRK Music Group, releasing back on Death Row the same year. And this would also be his last album under the name Snoop Doggy Dogg before it was shortened to just simply Snoop Dogg. Recording sessions took place from February '96 through October '96 with Suge Knight as the executive producer on the album, alongside the additional production from several record producers such as DJ Pooh, Daz Dillinger, Soopafly and L.T, Hutton, as well as guest appearances from Charlie Wilson from the Gap Band, and Kurupt and DJ and Warren G, and among others. And I gotta tell y'all that this album has really some dope bangers on here. I know a lot of people say different mixed reviews about this album, but shoot, this is a classic, man. This is a banger. It's one of my favorites too, right after Doggystyle. Shoot, you got songs like Snoop's Upside Your Head, Vapors, including the title track, Dogfather. One of my favorites, man. And yes, the album debuted at number 1 during the week of November 12th of '96, selling at 479,000 copies, but it failed to match the commercial success of Doggystyle. And Dr. Dre had left the Death Row label to his partner Suge Knight, who was indicted to racketeering by the end of '96, and The Dogfather was also released only 1 week after another Death Row release, which was the first posthumous release by Tupac, The Don Illuminati, The 7 Day Theory, which also debuted at number one. Consequently, Snoop's second album stalled at sales of 2 million copies. And the album name, as y'all can see, the album name inspiration cover, the whole entire everything was inspired by the 1972 movie The Godfather with Robert De Niro. Man, this album will always be a classic, man. I'll tell y'all, look at this. Here you got Tupac on there. He did appear on the outro at the end of the song, which he went under the name Machiavelli. Super dope record, man. He also got other hits on here, too. You got Up Jump the Boogie, Ride For Me, Freestyle Conversation, When I Grow Up, Snoop Bounce, Gold Rush. I like that song, too, including Snoop Bounce, Tear 'Em Off, Me and My Dogs, You Thought, Vapors, Groupie, 2001, 6 Minutes, OJ, Wake Up, Snoop's Upside Your Head, Blueberry, Traffic Jam, Doggyland, Downtown Assassins, and Outro. Just amazing classics, man. There's like no other classic that could ever get touched like this, man. No other album could actually touch a classic like this. No other, and I mean no other, can touch this album. So yes, in the year of '93, when Snoop and Dre began working on the Doggystyle, which was also a popular and acclaimed album, during the recording sessions of it, he became a defender in the murder case, which I already mentioned. And then also, in the year of '96, that's when Dre went to start his own label, which led to Snoop's first cousin, Daz Dillinger himself, to become Death Row's head producer, and he worked on the album. And the murder of, Snoop's close friend of Tupac, Shakur, the label mate, in September of '96, also weighed heavily on him. It weighed on him heavily, which was, he was going through a really sad time at that time. When Shakur appeared on the closing track, Outro, which is under the name Machiavelli, which he began using as a short while before his death. In commercial performance, the album debuted at number 1, and both on both the U.S. Billboard 200 and the U.S. Top R&B slash Hip Hop Albums chart, selling at 479,000 copies of its first week. And yes, the album was certified two times platinum on February 4th, 1997. Shoot, that was 28 years ago. Still a dope album right here, though. So, a lot of critic reviews, they received generally moderate reviews from critics and fans at the time of its release. And in a February issue of Spin, Dr. Dre stated his feelings on the album and said, "But to be perfectly honest, I don't like Snoop's new album, and it has nothing to do with me not working with him because I'm just like everybody else. I like it or I don't. And the first time I heard the single, I was grooving to it. But then I really started to get into the production and how it was sounding. You know, the first time you hear some SHIT, you just listen to it to get to your groove. You just listen to it to get to your groove on. To get your groove on. But after that, I start breaking songs down. There's really nothing that was said on there that hasn't been said 50 times before. Yeah, a lot of people said different. Like I said, you get different mixed reviews on this album. But for me, I still consider it a classic. I really like the art cover. I really like it. It is very Godfather inspiration. Really super dope. Black and white. Black background. A background that's all black, and you got the white lettering, Dog Father, which is, the Godfather lettering. Super cool. And here's the other art cover right here. Super cool. Really love it. Really super love it. Really dope. You got Snoop right there just chilling. He's just, doing his thing right there. So yes, the illustration on the back cover of the album was done by Joe Cool, the same artist who did the front cover for Snoop's debut, the Doggystyle. And to let y'all know, I do have the original press here too. The original. As y'all can see the difference right here. It's the same album, got the same songs, just, different pressing. This is an OG, and this one's a reissue. Still a great album, though. I'm still listening to it to this day. Anyways, anywho, what is your favorite song off the album? Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe and comment and follow your boy. I will be gladly to return to the next video. Y'all have a blessed one and you stay safe. Y'all stay safe. If you don't have this record, go search for it at your local record store or online and just bump it on your turntables. Peace, y'all.